You know variables and types. You can store data and make comparisons. But your code is one long script from top to bottom. Every time you need the same logic, you copy and paste it. Change one copy, forget the others. Bugs everywhere. Functions fix this. They let you write logic once and reuse it anywhere. But functions in JavaScript go way beyond simple reuse. They create scope. They form closures. They can be passed around like data. In this video, you'll learn 3 ways to write functions: declarations, expressions, and arrow functions, parameters, default values, rest parameters, and the spread operator, scope, global, function, and block, how JavaScript looks up variables, closures, how inner functions remember their outer scope, and higher order functions, callbacks, and this keyword. Let's turn your code into reusable building blocks. A function declaration starts with the function keyword, then a name, then parentheses. Function greet parentheses curly braces. That's the simplest function. Declarations are hoisted. You can call greet before the line where you define it. JavaScript moves the entire function to the top during compilation. A function expression assigns a function to a variable. Const greet equals function parentheses curly braces. Expressions are not hoisted. You must define them before you call them. If you try to call an expression before its definition, you get an error. Arrow functions are the modern syntax introduced in ES6. Const greet equals parentheses, arrow curly braces. Arrow functions are always expressions. They're never hoisted. If the body is a single expression, you can skip the curly braces. Const double equals x arrow x times 2, clean and concise. Arrow functions also don't have their own this binding. They inherit this from the surrounding scope. We'll cover that later. Parameters are variables listed in the function definition. Arguments are the actual values you pass when calling the function. Default parameters provide a fallback value. Function greet name equals world. If no name is passed, it uses world. Rest parameters collect remaining arguments into an array. Function sum dot numbers. Numbers becomes an array of all arguments passed. The spread operator does the opposite. It expands an array into individual arguments. Math.max spread numbers spreads the array into separate arguments, return values. A function without a return statement returns undefined. Return exits the function and sends a value back to the caller. Return can only send one value. To return multiple values, use an object or array. Scope determines where variables are visible and accessible. Global scope is the outermost level. Variables declared outside any function or block are global. They are accessible everywhere in your code. Too many global variables cause naming conflicts and make bugs hard to track. Keep global variables to a minimum. Function scope means variables declared inside a function are only visible inside that function. They don't exist outside it. Function calculate total has a variable tax inside. Tax is only accessible inside calculate total. Try to access it outside and you get an error. Block scope was introduced with let and const. Any code inside curly braces creates a block. If statements, for loops, while loops. Let and const declared inside a block are only visible inside that block. var ignores block scope. That's another reason to never use var. Lexical scope means JavaScript resolves variables by looking outward from the current scope to the parent scope, then to the grandparent, all the way up to global scope. This is called the scope chain. An inner function can access variables from its outer function, but the outer function cannot access variables from the inner function. The lookup is always outward, never inward. Think of scopes as nested boxes. The innermost box can see everything in the boxes around it, but outer boxes cannot see inside inner boxes. This one-way visibility is fundamental to how JavaScript works. A closure is when a function remembers variables from its outer scope even after the outer function has finished running. Here's the classic example. Function create counter, inside let count equals 0. Return a function that increments count and returns the new value. Const counter equals create counter parentheses. Counter parentheses returns 1. Call it again returns 2, then 3. Create counter has already finished executing. But the returned function still has access to count. That's a closure. The inner function closed over the variable count. Closures are used everywhere in JavaScript. Private variables. You can use closures to create data that can't be accessed directly. Only the returned functions can read or modify the hidden variable. Function factories, a function that returns customized functions. Function create multiplier takes a factor. It returns a function that takes a number and returns number times factor. Const double equals create multiplier 2. Const triple equals create multiplier 3. Double 5 returns 10. Triple 5 returns 15. Each returned function remembers its own factor. The IIFE pattern immediately invoked function expression. Open parenthesis, function parentheses, curly braces, close parenthesis, parentheses. The function is defined and called in the same expression. IIFEs create a private scope that doesn't pollute global variables. Before modules existed, IIFEs were the only way to avoid global pollution. They're less common now, but you'll still see them in older code. A callback is a function passed as an argument to another function. The receiving function calls it back at the right time. Set timeout takes a callback and a delay. Set timeout arrow function console log done, 1000. After 1 second, the callback runs and logs done. Event listeners use callbacks. Button.add event listener click, arrow function handle the click. When the button is clicked, the callback fires. A higher order function is a function that takes a function as an argument or returns a function. Set timeout is a higher order function. Create multiplier from our closure section is also higher order. It returns a function. Array methods like map, filter, and reduce are higher order functions. They take a callback and apply it to each element. Numbers.filter arrow n greater than 10 returns a new array with only values above 10. Now, this keyword. In a regular function, this refers to the object that called it. Const user equals an object with name Alice and a greet method, user.greet parentheses. Inside greet, this refers to user. This dot name is Alice. But if you extract the method, const fn equals user.greet, then call fen parentheses, this is now undefined in strict mode. The connection to user is lost. Arrow functions don't have their own this. They inherit this from the enclosing scope. That's why arrow functions work perfectly as callbacks inside methods. This value is captured when the arrow function is created, not when it's called. Let's build utility functions for TaskFlow. First, a filter function. Filter tasks by status. Const filter by status equals tasks, status. Arrow tasks dot filter task arrow task dot status triple equals status. It takes the task array and a status string returns matching tasks. Next, sorting. Sort tasks by creation date. Const sort by date equals tasks, ascending equals true arrow. Inside, use slice to copy, then sort with the compare function. Ascending uses a -b. Descending flips it. The default parameter ascending equals true makes newest first the default. Now, formatting dates. Const format date equals date string arrow. Create a new date from the string. Return it formatted with to locale date string. Use rest parameters for a summary function. Const task summary equals ... tasks arrow. It counts total tasks completed and in progress. Returns an object spread operator to merge task lists. Const all tasks equals spread my tasks, spread team tasks combines two arrays into one. Finally, a closure for task ID generation. Const create ID generator equals arrow. Let ID equals 0. Return arrow plus plus ID. Each call returns the next number. Every concept from this video: arrow functions, default parameters, rest, spread, closures, callbacks, and higher order functions. Let's recap what you learned. 3 function types. Declarations are hoisted, expressions and arrows are not. Arrow functions inherit this from their enclosing scope. Parameters, default values, rest for collecting, spread for expanding. Scope, global, function, and block. The scope chain looks outward, never inward. Closures. Inner functions remember their outer scope even after it returns. Higher order functions take or return functions. Callbacks are everywhere. And we built TaskFlow utility functions using every concept from this video. In the next video, we'll dive into arrays and objects. Every method you need to know. See you in the next one.